So here I am at Lake Express, waiting for the ferry to come in. I'll be taking the ferry over to Muskegon, Michigan, and from there I'll be actually starting my trip up the west coast of Michigan, then heading up to the UP. And then my first overnight stop is in Ludington. So we'll see you on the other side of the lake. Okay, so here we are, day 3. Pulled over real quick just to shoot this. Yesterday was great. Headed up Sleeping Bear Dunes, went up through there. It was cold starting out in the morning, but warmed up and turned out to be a gorgeous day. We're now heading into the tunnel of trees. From there, then we jump over the Mackinac Bridge and then head over the cabin. So looks like it's going to be good weather today. Starting out a little chilly again, it's about 54 degrees. But at least the sun's out today. Yesterday it was 54 degrees and clouds, so it's a totally different atmosphere today. Here we go. So it's Thursday. Yesterday's travel was a little bit of a journey, I guess you could say. We went through the tunnel of trees. That was gorgeous. The road was wonderful. The sun was out. I didn't veer where I needed to veer and turn. And always trust your GPS, because the GPS kept telling me turn around, turn around. Turned out I wound up going south back the way I came. Once back on track, I then hit some construction traffic. But I got across the Mackinac Bridge, and that was actually pretty cool to cross. And then I crossed the upper UP, Hiawatha Forest. Once I got to the cabin, everything changed at that point. I actually dumped my bike in a soft sand, gravelly road that I was going on to get back to the cabin. Yesterday was not a good day for me in directions. So I've got some scratches on the right saddlebag and the right mirror, and my arm I think got jerked. by the handlebar. So my left elbow is a little sore. So I wound up walking to a general store. It was a guy that pulled in actually that went and helped me, so we got the bike out. I kind of got into panic mode. I had no cell access. I came up to a Holiday Inn Express in town, got my act together, and contacted the renter, and she's actually putting me up in a different cabin. So I'm packed up. I'm headed out of here, and I've learned my lesson. I'm going to park off roadside and walk in and check out the road. Fire. Little flint stick. I will admit it's not that easy. I mean, I started out with a new flint stick, and that's how much striking I was doing. But it's trial and error. You have to get something that's really dry. I took 3 maple leaves, crumpled them up, and put them in a bird's nest basket of nettles just to hold them there. And then ground those shavings up off the flint stick, and it did. Now I just gotta get rid of these mosquitoes. So I stopped off over here at, as it's called, the Moccasin Lake. Kind of buggy down here, but decided to call it quits for today. Couldn't go to any falls. Went up H58. So I'm coming back to the cabin and gonna eat some lunch and just chill out. I got a long day tomorrow. I've loved the trip so far. It's been an adventure to say the least. I'd love to come and vacation up here, but with the car. Left this morning about 7:15. Ran down Route 13, which is crap. They were doing all sorts of forestry along that road, and there were so many potholes. It was unbelievable. It was 23 miles of just crap road, so I had to avoid a lot of stuff. Luckily, it was so early in the morning, nobody's on the road, and I could take my time and get through it all. Got down to Escanaba, ran into rain, so drove probably about 60 miles in the rain. It was cold, but stayed pretty dry. Now I just passed Green Bay, about 90 miles out of Milwaukee, so it should be a good trip back home.